So we're top decking.
Yes, because that's what this deck is built for. Top decking.
Do we have anything large? Wait, wait, we have a Frost Elemental. We have a Blue Kill. Oh boy.
Please
Drop like
drop
a
a 3/2.
yeah, drop a Fairy Dragon. Just do it. We need some usage out of this bluegill. Oh no,
We're dead.
we're dead. This is bad.
We're dead.
Oh, this is bad. It's really bad.
We're not dead. We're dead.
We're,
We're not technically dead.
no, wait. Yes, we are.
No, we were when we removed this. That's a 4/2. That's 1. He deals 5. I have 2 more armor.
Oh, right. You armor. Ugh. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, and I removed this because this would otherwise already be a 4/2. Yeah.
Yes, with potential for growth.
I
But
hope
we're
the rest of his deck is all innervates. I think that's our only out.
I think so.
Yeah, we lost.
We lost.
Big taunt. Do we even have a big taunt?
No, we used it. Lore of the Arena.
Do we not have any other taunts in this entire deck? Yeah. Yeah. Well, despite having 2 hard counters to our early game, we managed to pull this one back. That was actually not a bad game.
No, that wasn't.
Now, let's face it, this deck should not be at 7 wins.
It really shouldn't.
I don't know. We're just stealing games from people at this point. This deck shouldn't even be at 5 wins.
Well, part of the reason we got to 7 wins is we know our deck. We know its limitations and how to hopefully play around it.
Hey, more pin classes. Wonderful.
Look at this hand. Look at that War Leader. So good.
Right.
Yes.
Going out the Wolf, Cruel Tasket, and kill it.
Oh boy.
It's not what we're actually going to do. I don't know what we're actually going to do. I think this is one of those games where we just lose.
Then we just end our turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. End our turn and then lose.
Yeah. Because we put a Wolf out, he needs to put out a 3/2, and then we can't play the Cruel Taskmaster anyway.
Yeah, we can't.
And at the end of that whole sequence, he's going to put out something with 3 mana, and we're going to have a 2/2 with the Cruel Taskmaster on the board. It just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if we Dire Wolf and he magically doesn't remove it, okay, fine, it would have done something. But we're just going to Cruel Taskmaster that.
Yep.
Which is a much better thing, because now the Wolf is going to make this guy be able to deal 3 damage.
It took you a while to add 1 to 2.
Dude, you know how I am with math.
It's alright, you gotta double check. We're professional streamers. We always check our math. This is fine. This is good. Oh boy.
Just Murloc War Leader, right?
Yeah, just War Leader.
So bad. This deck came out too slow. It's not going to be a win. Great.
No.
At least he didn't tempo that well.
Coin out the Drake.
Yep. Coin out the Drake. Because the Jungle Panther does nothing.
Does absolutely nothing.
Wow, hold on. If we do the Jungle Panther, I could drink a Whirlwind next turn. If I wait.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll actually do something.
Well,
You know,
I'll
like
use my Jungle Panther to trade into his 5-drop, and then the Whirlwind will. So if I just Drake now, it's just gonna die. Alright, whatever. I'll save the Whirlwind for the Slam. I mean, for the Battle Rage.
Battle Rage. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Please do not remove the Drake. Please don't remove the Drake. Damn it. What's happening? Let's do an Imp Master and a Murloc Tidehunter. Hope he doesn't have Phantom Knives. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So we have a Slam if he puts out anything big. We could do a Jungle Panther, but it's not the same effect. Yeah, the Imp Master will grow. He's probably not going to kill it. Or if he does kill it, it'll make him extremely weak to our other stuff.
Yeah, I don't see a better play than that.
I guess he doesn't have a Phantom Knives. Yes. Is he going to betray that? Oh. What? Oh. Panther Whirlwind Battle Rage?
Let's do it. Let's see what we draw.
Because the Magma Rage is going to be killed by the 2-1 otherwise. Unless I slam it. And I don't really want to slam it.
Okay, we got some solid creatures, which is something that we were lacking in our hand.
Alright, we have cards on him now. We have cards on him. We have good trades on the board. He doesn't have a Phantom Knives. Although Betrayal will be pretty good now. Fine. Silence it.
Was that such? Okay. I guess he needed something to activate his Defias.
Little does he know I have another I don't. Ooh, that's actually very good.
It's actually super good.
It's actually the best thing ever.
Yes, it is.
Does he have a sap? He has a sap. That's a misplay. I should have slammed the thing.
Hmm. Do we slam it now? Otherwise, it's
I
going
think we
to.
have to. We have so much cards
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah. We slam it now.
Okay. Operation Armor Up every turn now.
Can he chase us down? I wish we had one more mana.
Huh?
I wish we had one more mana.
Why?
So we could Korkron plus.
No, I'm going to Korkron with the wolf.
Arena with the wolf.
I'm going to Korkron with the wolf to kill that thing.
And then we have
And then
three
hope for the
mana.
best.
Okay, and then we Scar Crusade after that too.
Yeah. And we
All
hope
right.
for the best.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Because Lord of the Arena can be removed.
Yeah, that's too passive. Okay, let's get that wolf out.
Maybe I would just tap after this. Five. If I just tap, he needs more than an Eviscerate to kill me.
Yeah.
But I'm never getting the board back otherwise. Actually, I might. I have a Lord of the Arena.
Yeah, I
This would be
don't know
the
what was,
worst decision.
I don't know what was the right move there.
Well, on the bright side, I'm alive.
You are alive, and he only has one card left in his hand. And we do have a taunt.
It's our only taunt. Haha! Yes. Yes. Oh. So much for that.
Well played.
Well played.
All right, guys. Well, that was under our average, but significantly better than I thought we were going to do after we drafted this deck.
Yeah, that was actually not that bad in terms of where we ended up.
No, definitely not.
Our prediction was what, 3?
We did predict 3.
Um, okay, well, is there any are there any questions about how the deck plays, what we could have done, or what you guys want to see with this going forward? I mean, we're going to be streaming on Thursday night because Labor Day is coming up next weekend, and we're not going to be streaming over Labor Day weekend. So the next stream will be Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
And we will be doing a mage or a paladin.
Hopefully. But yeah, do you guys have any questions or just constructive criticism for what we've been doing so far? Otherwise, Adwick Touch is going to be opening up packs, and you guys can live vicariously through him.
You can see how much Arena I've been playing this week. Ooh. Yeah. Golden cards are all that I live for now. I'm starting to use all my dust to craft random golden cards. Like this golden legendary right here. It's going to be a rag because I just crafted a golden rag.
Well, you had a...
Hey, actually useful one. I don't have them yet.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Well, you have a golden Alakir that you got from last time.
That's
right?
true. I do have a golden Alakir. I think should I just be saving up all my dust actually to like get the golden versions of Nax cards because there's no other way to get them.
There's no other ways to get them. Period.
I think I'm gonna do that from now on.
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna be rocking the golden Myexna.
Yeah, I'm sure. We have a question from Temporary Shadow. He asked, "You once played an alpha wolf, an alpha on turn 2 instead of bluegill versus a non-pink class. What was the reasoning? Were you saving the bluegill to be buffed by the Murloc Epic?"
Well, it's the same in that if you play the wolf, and then you play the bluegill the next turn, he has 3 attack. If you play the bluegill the first turn, you play the wolf the next turn, the bluegill has 3 attack. And by the second turn, you would have gotten 2 extra damage either from the wolf on the second turn or from the bluegill on the first turn. So it's really all kind of the same in terms of the amount of damage. It's which thing would you care more about him potentially getting or potentially removing. And the wolf is just, I think, the safer play. And I also like putting a wolf out there because it baits him to do crazy things. People see a 2/2 wolf and they want to get rid of it, and so like 2 3s come out, coined out 3 3s, like crazy things happen. In that turn, he actually did coin out unfortunately, it was that 2/4 guy that overloads, which wasn't terribly helpful for us, but it's
Right.
a way to kind of like bait your opponent to do something if you're going to get more value the next turn.
Yeah, I agree. And Temporary Shadow, I get what you're saying. If you play the bluegill first, you get that extra 2 damage to the face.
You
I
don't,
just think
though.
if you
The next turn you get it back from the wolf, assuming it's not removed.
you do get it back from the wolf, assuming it doesn't get removed. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, going back to what we were saying before, I just think putting out the wolf was a safer play, and it can possibly bait your opponent into misplaying. And
one more legendary.
Adwicta and I have talked about this before. In Arena, it's one of the reasons that higher level arena players, are you doing some sort of dance with the
Yes, yes, I'm
pack?
making this pack give me a legendary.
Ah, I see. Um, one of the reasons that higher level arena players like playing value decks, like playing mid-range decks, drafting for value, is it extends the game. It forces people to make decisions, and you always want your opponents making as many decisions as possible because you want them to make the wrong decision as many times as possible. And you just got to trust in your own decision making. And oh, golden leopard,
Nice.
no, nice. Um, is
Nice.
that card
Cards
going to
I
be it?
all run. Oh, I don't run the Panther anymore. I used to in my deck.
Golden epic. Let's go.
Two far
Uh,
sights.
two far sights. Such far seeing.
Uh, but yeah, there's a I if you were like a poker player, you read the books. There's a great poker player, Skalansky, and his entire theory of poker. This is how he thinks every poker game should be played. He calls it the theory of poker, and it just means that no matter what type of poker game you're playing, there is only one rule in terms of what is the right play and the wrong play. And the rule is if your opponent knew your hand, then he would have made a different decision than the one he actually did. Then he misplayed, even if he has no way of knowing what your hand is, obviously. So the idea is to, whenever you can, like without obviously, like Hearthstone's a more complicated game, but without actually sacrificing like a ton of value or whatever, try to make it so your opponent doesn't know what's coming out of your hand, so that the cards that whenever a card that can affect the board immediately when it comes out of your hand, whether it's in the form of like killing something, dealing damage, taunting off, just something that affects the board somehow besides just dropping a normal minion on the board, try to make it count. Like whenever he sees that, he should have been like, "Oh, I just misplayed the last turn. I shouldn't have done that." And you see us doing that sometimes, right? Like when something will happen, we would say, "Oh no, we should have done it a different way last time because we weren't anticipating this." It's because we should have, and we didn't. And people will do that a lot. And so when you're holding a card like both Direwolf Alpha and a Bluegill Warrior are cards like that, but Bluegill Warrior more so because it adds 2 more damage on the board, whereas Direwolf Alpha only adds 1. And if you have a Direwolf Alpha on the board, a Bluegill Warrior adds 3 damage, so it's like even more just kind of like unexpected.
Yeah, you always want to be forcing these types of scenarios. And in the long haul, if you can keep them more off balance and keep them kind of surprised more than you're surprised, you're going to raise your win rate. So in Arena, there's so much things to think about. Drafting for value, drafting for curve, and then when you're playing, you also need to think about these plays as well. And this is why Hearthstone is a tough game. A lot of things to consider, a lot of plays to consider. But in the end, it's fun time, and I'm glad we got to 7 wins
Yeah.
for this really crappy deck. It brought down our overall win rate by just
Not by that much. I think we're still over 8 wins
tiny
per
bit.
game.
We're still over 8 wins for throughout the span of these 7 weeks. But yeah, do you have anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
No, I think we should wrap it up. So join us on Thursday night if you can. We're going to be doing Major Paladin, and it is going to be a much better deck because we can't keep getting screwed over by decks like this.
Ah, yes.
And I guess I still haven't fully accepted the fact that I lost those last 2 games. If you look at our record, it still says 7-1. Just to
Yes.
remind us that we lost 2 in a row. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in, and tune in again on Thursday.
Yeah, take